Ever felt like the world is racing ahead while you're just strolling, as if everyone else is sprinting through life and you're left behind? No matter how hard you try, it seems you'll never be as quick, as noticed, or as celebrated as others. This isn't just any race story. It's about haste versus patience, pride versus perseverance. In the end, you'll see that speed doesn't always guarantee victory. Sometimes, persistence is the true path to success. The clearing was calm until the hare appeared, bursting with restless energy. She was the valley's pride, swift as the wind, confident as a storm. Everywhere she went, she left trails of admiration and applause. In the same valley lived a tortoise, slow, deliberate, almost unnoticed by the hurried eyes around her. Her steps were as gentle as an autumn breeze, yet there was a depth in her gaze, a quiet strength, a steady focus. One day, among a group of curious animals, the hare sneered, "None of you will ever catch up to me, not in your wildest dreams, not even you, tortoise." Laughter echoed through the clearing, light but heavy with mockery. The tortoise, maintaining her usual calm, met the hare's eyes and replied, "Then let's race." Silence fell like a thunderclap. The hare chuckled, the animals held their breath. The challenge was set. The next morning, the sky blushed with hues of gold. A starting line was drawn with twigs and leaves. Animals gathered in anticipation. The hare stretched lazily, while the tortoise took her position with humble determination. At the signal, the hare bolted. In mere moments, she was a distant blur, leaping over bushes, laughing at her opponent's pace, basking in the certainty of her win. The tortoise? She took one step at a time, head down, focused, undistracted. She knew she'd never match the hare's speed, but she understood something more crucial. Consistency outweighed quickness. While the hare reveled and mocked, the tortoise pressed on, step by step, stone by stone, sweat trickling, limbs aching, yet she moved forward. Time passed. The sun shifted overhead. The hare, self-assured, glanced back and saw nothing. Too easy, she yawned. Deciding she had time to spare, she rested under a tree's shade. After all, she'll never catch up to me. As the hare slept, the tortoise navigated puddles, thorns, gentle hills. No applause, no cheers, only the sound of her own effort. Each step reminded her that the journey is made by those who walk it, not by those who watch from afar. She wasn't fixated on victory. She focused on the path, on honoring her commitment, on finishing what she started. Hours later, as the sun dipped behind the trees, the tortoise, drenched in sweat and fatigue, spotted something ahead, the finish line. The once disinterested crowd of animals now watched in astonishment. The tortoise kept going, steady, just a few more steps. When the hare awoke, still groggy, she looked around and realized she was alone and behind. Panicked, she dashed forward, but it was too late. The tortoise crossed the line. Silence, then applause, not for speed, but for unwavering dedication. The hare, humbled, lowered her head. She never imagined losing, especially to the tortoise. In that moment she realized, talent might be innate, but discipline is a choice. The tortoise didn't gloat. She simply smiled gently and said, "It doesn't matter how fast others go. What matters is that you keep moving." That night, the animals returned home with a newfound respect, not for swiftness, but for quiet perseverance. The forest was forever changed, and the hare, she began to train earnestly, learning to respect both others' paces and her own. This isn't a story about speed. It's not about beating others. It's about moving forward, even when no one's watching. It's about you, who have often felt left behind, overlooked, forgotten. You who look around and feel like the world spins too fast, and you're falling behind. But the truth is, you're not. While many chase applause, attention, or hollow wins, some, the quiet ones, walk with purpose. They take one step today, another tomorrow, and slowly build something speed will never reach, true consistency. The tortoise didn't win because she was fast. She won because she stayed true to her own pace. She wasn't running to prove anything. She simply kept going, steady, grounded, committed to her journey. And that's the real victory, not the one that's loud or flashy, but the one earned by those who show up even when no one claps. Because the finish line doesn't belong to the fastest. It belongs to the one who doesn't stop. If you're moving slowly but truthfully, if you're walking even with doubts, if you're doing your best with what you have today, then you're already right where you need to be. Don't underestimate the power of a small step. It may be quiet on the outside, but inside it holds a revolution. Keep going. If this story touched your heart, if at any point you saw yourself in the tortoise, too slow, too invisible, too underestimated, then I invite you to pause for a moment, take a deep breath, and ask yourself, am I honoring my own pace, or am I racing to prove something to someone? Am I walking with purpose, or running a race that was never mine to begin with? If this reflection spoke to your truth, share this video with someone who needs to hear it too. Someone who might be tired of running and needs to remember that just continuing is already a kind of victory. And of course, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you won't miss the next stories. Here, every fable is more than an old tale. It's a reminder, you don't have to be the fastest, you just have to keep going.